Hey guys, so I got a lot of angry comments on my standards of care video. Personally, I want to clear a couple things up. When I said that you are fucking up your body going through surgery, I'm talking about in the view of you will never have those original body parts again. Once you go through top surgery, you'll never be able to have your original chest again. If you were to find out that you were unhappy with being trans and wanted to revert back to your biological sex. After you have bottom surgery, you will never have your original parts again. It's fucking up your body. It's fucking up your body in the sense that if you found out that you weren't trans or you're not happy being trans, you could never go back to your original body. That's what I meant by fucking it up. You could never get your original body back. Most of us don't want our original body, so we don't care. We're just like, get rid of it, make it the way that I feel it should be. And that's not fucking it up if it's something that you want. If it's something that you don't want, then yeah, that's fucking it up. Y'all took my words the completely fucking wrong way. And I already know that the standards of care are pretty outdated. But at the time that they were created, they were laws. So shut the fuck up. They were laws. They were the only legal guideline that you had to follow being trans when they first came out. So shut the fuck up. They were laws. Now, they're probably just guidelines now, but a lot of people still follow them. I'm one of them. A lot of doctors still follow them. And I still think that you should have therapy before doing it. Being trans is not like a fucking body mod or a piercing or a tattoo. You can't just go out and get it and not think about it. It's a serious lifelong commitment that I think you would benefit from having some therapy and seriously thinking about it for a few years. I mean, yeah, it's our bodies and we should be able to do what we want with our bodies, but seriously, I think we would benefit if we gave it a few years of serious thought and had some therapy behind it. I mean, yeah, if we want to go get a tattoo, we shouldn't have to require therapy to get a tattoo or serious years of thinking about it, even though it is going to be on your life for it's going to be on your body for the rest of your life. But, I mean, there are laser treatments, so you can get it removed, and it won't be that bad to remove it. I mean, you can pretty much, you'll get a little bit of a scar, and that's about it. Depending on how big it was. Now, if you had a giant back piece, your back's going to be fucked up. In the sense that you'll have a huge scar on your back. But a lot of you just seem like being trans is a body modification. It's like we should be able to do whatever we want and not have to think about it. At least that's how you're coming off to me. I think that it's a serious lifelong commitment.
Message received.
My phone, fucking shut up. I think it's a serious lifelong commitment that requires a lot of thought and probably could benefit from some therapy. I don't see why you guys are so against that. I mean, there's all kinds of legal issues, and there's all kinds of yourself issues, and I know it sucks to have to convince somebody else that you're trans, but if you get the right therapist who actually understands being trans, they'll notice right away that you are trans. Like, any therapist that I've talked to about getting into, seeing them, I talked to a lot of therapists to get in to see them, but they ended up being too expensive. But they all said that they could diagnose me within a couple months, like within the 3-month time span, and that's like only having 1 or 2 appointments per month. So somebody who actually knows what they're doing will be able to see that you're trans right away. Now, if you go to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, who doesn't have any experience in trans people, or people whose personal beliefs get in the way of their work, which a lot of them do, then you're kind of fucked. Then you're just convincing somebody who doesn't believe you, who's got no experience with this, who would never be able to imagine it for themselves, who's never probably spoken to a trans person before, and it's a huge uphill battle, and they'll probably never diagnose you. And that is just one of the bumps in the road that you're going to have to figure out how to get around. If you go to somebody who knows what they're talking about, it's not that much of a hassle. And so I don't see why therapy is such a big deal as long as you go to somebody who knows what they're talking about. It really saddens me that a lot of trans people think that we should just be allowed to go out and get a sex change tomorrow. Or at least that's how you guys are coming off. Plus, I mean, almost all of the trans people that I know personally didn't know shit about the stuff that you go through beforehand. I don't understand why people wouldn't sit down and do plenty of research beforehand. Just to know what you're going through. Because it's a hell of a lot more serious than most people seem to think. It's not something that you can just go out and do, and it shouldn't be. And I know a lot of people end up choosing to do it, and that is illegal. You can't just go and buy hormones without a prescription, because that's illegal. You can't just go to Thailand and get your SRS surgery without letters of referral, or having never been through therapy, just because they will do it out there. That's illegal. I mean, within this country, it's illegal if you live in America. If you live in Thailand, then it's perfectly fine, I guess. It's just, my personal view is, it's way too big of a thing to not give a few years of serious thought and some therapy by somebody who knows what they're doing. And it's just my view. I like the standards of care. I don't really care if you don't, but it really saddens me that a lot of you take this way lighter than you should. Wolfgang out.